Hey guys, V. Rigoni, Max, high performance real estate entrepreneur. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be talking about commitment here. That's right. We're talking about commitment. It's great to have the idea. It's great to think about it. It's great to wish it. It's great to dream about it. It's great to tell people about it. How about have the commitment about it? That's what we'll be talking about. So don't forget, if you like the content, smash the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So let's talk about commitment, right? And so we all face it every day. You're committed to your relationship or you're not. You're committed to, your work or you're not. You're committed to exercising and going to the gym or you're not. You're committed to trying to get ahead and make money or you're not. I mean, I can go on and on and on. So what a lot of people do is they think, commitment is to start. Well, starting's great, but there's a sign in the gym and it says something like, if you're tired of failing, then quit starting. Just quit starting over and over again. Start and go through the process. Start and make it happen. Start and commit. And I know I'm using the word to define the word, right? Be resolved. Be resolute. These are what define the word commitment, right? And what comes right after commitment? Accountability. Because if you're not accountable, then you got nothing. All you got is excuses. And I know a lot of people are getting out there. They're doing their exercising. They join the gyms. I get all that stuff. Everybody's doing it. The question is, who's going to be doing it in 3 months? Who's going to be doing it in 60 days? Now, it's easy to start. It's easy to quit. It's not easy to be committed. That's what you got to start thinking about. But remember, when you look at who succeeds, where does the success lie? It's those people that are highly committed to what they do. Jeff Bezos, there's a story where he's walking in the Central Park with his boss and he's letting him know that he's going to be opening up this thing. He wanted to start this business and he's eventually going to be leaving. He's telling his boss this. And his boss says, well, what are you going to be doing? He says, well, we're going to open up an online bookstore. And he's like, well, why would you do that? This is the 90s, right? Why would you do that? Well, we think people are going to want to buy stuff online. And, I don't know what was in his head. Maybe he was thinking about auto parts and every other thing they sell in the world online. But at that moment in time, he was talking about books. Well, he put about just every major bookstore out of business, or they're just a shadow of what they were. And we know where he's sitting now, right? And what he's accomplished. That all came from commitment. It took commitment to, first you had to have that dream, but then the commitment to keep it going, to not just start, but to show up every day when it hurts, when you're broke. You don't think Jeff Bezos at time was broke? Do you know that he was selling a 1% stake in his company for $50,000? That's how bad he needed the money. He met with 50 people, and I think 28 of them said yes. Those people are all billionaires now. Billions. Now, but it was his commitment that they were investing in. It was not, you can't even say he had proof of concept. Everybody's come to understand what proof of concept is because they watch Shark Tank, right? And so he didn't even have that. He just had his idea, and it was big. And it was something that, most people said he was going to fail at. But there's no way that he was going to fail at that. I mean, you got other examples right now in your life. Elon Musk. I mean, this guy, he not only thinks as big as anybody ever thought in the whole world, right? He wants to go to Mars, and he doesn't say it jokingly. He even says, the first people who go to Mars, they got some guts because there's a good chance they're going to die. But that doesn't stop him from, he says he's not going to be the first guy, but he knows there's going to be a line of people that'll be so committed not only to his commitment to his project, but they'll be committed that they'll literally put their life on the line to be the first to get to Mars, dead or alive. And you got to put it on the line. I'm not saying you're supposed to die over something, but you ought to come pretty damn close. You ought to bleed for it. That's right. I mean, because otherwise, What are we talking about here? You're going to go to the gym for a day, a week, a month, and then be done? You're going to start a company and get the LLC, and you're going to, you're going to get the name, and you're going to go, you're going to get the website and blah, blah, blah. And it got it all set up. That took no commitment, my friends. That took nothing. Commitment is in a year when you're still pounding it out. Commitment is in 3 years when nobody else is believing in you, but you believe in yourself. Because if you can't believe in yourself, if you don't have the self-esteem, you will not have the ability to stay committed, because that's just where it comes from. It comes from the heart. Commitment does not come from the brain. It comes from the heart. And that's where most people are willing to say, I don't feel good today. Well, that's an emotion. That's part of where commitment comes from, except it's not what you want to hear. If you hear yourself, I don't feel like it today, you got to say, suck it up, Charlie, and you got to get to it. There's many a day that Jeff Bezos did the same thing. There's many a day that Elon Musk, even when I talk about partners, you may need a partner, but make sure they're just as committed. Even Elon Musk has had many partners. Some he's loved, some he's hated, some he celebrates his birthday with, and others he's sued in court. That's part of life when you're dealing at that level. And I guarantee you, part of the problem is they weren't committed. So you have to be the one that's got the vision, that starts it out, and then who's the most committed in your organization. If you're not the most committed person, it will not happen. It will not happen. And then because you talk to any wealthy person that became wealthy during his lifetime, didn't inherit it, did it by business, and you will find out how committed they were to what they were doing. And everything else got pushed aside. Yes. Are there birthdays that you may have to miss from time to time? Absolutely. We've talked about this. Are there baseball games you might have to miss? Absolutely. Could you possibly miss even the Super Bowl? Yeah. What the hell? When was the last time the Super Bowl made you money? And I know, and I'm not talking about betting on it. I'm talking about you made money because the Super Bowl was on. Well, if you own a bar or a restaurant, you could say, yeah, I made money from that. Well, that's because you did the proper promotion. You were committed to being there and making sure it all worked. And Super Bowl Sunday was a big thing for you and your restaurant or your bar. For everybody else, Super Bowl Sunday is just entertainment. It's not even edutainment. It's just entertainment. And I got nothing against entertainment. But if you're not committed to a project, if you're not doing what you need to do, then you don't deserve to go watch the Super Bowl. You don't start to think a little differently. You don't start to put what you want first so that your commitment means something. You just can't be committed 9 to 5, because that's what your life is right now. Whether you're on the first shift, the second shift, the third shift, the swing shift, I don't know, whatever damn shift you're on, you're only committed during that period of time. Then when you leave, that commitment's over, right? And I get it. There's a few people, executives, doctors. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the average American worker. I'm talking about the average person listening to this. You have to be committed to your job for 8 hours a day. And then after that, your commitment goes down the drain. Now, in the beginning, you got to keep your job. But are you committed to what you need to do? Are you spending the next 16 hours just bullshitting and sleeping? Or are you committed to something that's going to get you financially ahead? Are you working on real estate? Are you looking to buy a small business? Are you looking to scale your business? What are you looking to do? If you have a business, are you looking to add on products? Are you looking to create funnels on the internet? What are you doing? Because when you're committed, you're looking to do many of these things. Now, can you do everything? No. But that's when you prioritize what gets the biggest amount of commitment from you. But for most people, I don't know, 95% of the people out there, they're not committed to anything after they leave work. A lot of people are not even committed to their family. You think they would be, but they're not. So I want you guys to start to think about this. If you're going to move forward this year, if you're going to have a plan about looking to acquire a business, looking to acquire some real estate, looking to change your life, put yourself on a completely different path. Not only You have to go through the initial motions of doing what you got to do to start. But if you know you don't have the commitment, then don't even bother, because it will always come down to commitment. I remember when my son and I, and we opened up our own financial practice in Lake Forest, our first year, him and I lived off of $40,000 and paid the rent bill here at the office and the expenses. That's right. You think it took some commitment? See, commitment isn't just what you're going to go do. Commitment also includes what you got to put up with. And if you think that was easy, we ate a lot of Subway back then. A lot of Subway. Well, we're not eating no damn Subway anymore, because with commitment comes success. With commitment, you eliminate failure. And then other people see that you're committed, they become committed. And the snowball starts rolling. So I want you to get out there. I want you to think about this. I want you to start to look at hear what I'm saying, process it, and then make some comments. Let me know what you feel about this idea where if you're not going to be committed, don't even start. Talk to you soon. Hey, what do I always say? Think big, start now, and grow fast. V. Rigoni, Max, high performance real estate entrepreneur. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, baby. Talk to you soon.